Good morning, guys. It's Silver 5150 with your morning update on Tuesday, April 14th, 2020. Not much going on in the news today. I think there's a really big fire out there in Chernobyl. So let's keep your eye on that. I mean, Chernobyl, it's not active anymore per se in terms of its production of refined uranium. But, that could be a thing. So just on top of everything else, Corona's always out there. Plenty to keep us occupied in the news and plenty of things for us to do to try to stay fit, healthy, and alive. If you haven't checked it out, Silver Game of Thrones has a really, really nice prepper video out today. I haven't watched it yet. I saw the headline, and I can't wait to dive in when I'm at work trying to wake up in the morning. I'm still trying to wake up now. But here, look, I've got some gold and some silver today. And the reason why I've got that, let's go ahead and take a look at these. These are the 2-gram Arger Horaeus Apollo 11 tribute coins for the 50th anniversary Apollo. Very nice bars, not coins. Very nice bars. In Switzerland, oh yes, I like. And this is going to be the back side of those. You can see they got the footprint there of Neil Armstrong's footprint, as part of the theme. And done very well inside the metal too, right? With the sand and the lunar sand and stuff. So we got that gold there. We'll talk about that a little bit, and then we've got Scottsdale gold. I believe this is a 5-gram bar. Let's take a look. Yep, 5-gram bar with the Certi-Lock, man. I mean, Scottsdale, when they do these bars like this, they do not mess around. They really, really pour on the security features, which is very cool. So let's go ahead and get the line back up front there. Okay, and these right here, guys, these are a type of Silvertown rounds. And so Silvertown makes silver rounds, of course, and I think JM Bullion's still carrying a lot of these for around $20. I know prices in silver aren't great right now, but understand spot price is $16 now. Given where we're at, $11.71 at the last low. And we're still paying, over $20 for silver. That goes to show you that, the premiums are flexible, just like everything else in the market. But once they start moving up again, talking about the premiums, it's going to be really tough for us to get silver. So we got gold and silver on display here, and basically what I want to talk about this morning is the new highs we're going to start to reach. Now, I explained yesterday that for whatever reason, $15.80 for silver, $15.80 for silver, and $1,730 for gold were some really, really tough resistance points for the metals to get above because of the historical significance and the times that we're in right now, especially with a lot of the manipulation that the government's putting out there. To keep the price of metals down. We talked about the COMEX, the paper price versus the dollar price. All the stuff on the debt clock is just getting really, really chronic and stuff. And if you haven't paid attention, we've passed 24.2 trillion. So we've added 200 billion to the U.S. national debt since I made that last $24 trillion video, which was last week. Anyway, so we got gold and silver on display here because we're expecting great things for gold and silver going forward. Not every day. Markets don't move up in one direction. We know we're going to have some down days. You're going to have to smack us down on days that they want us to not pay attention to how red the markets are. But for now, the markets are green because there's plenty of money for Steve Mnuchin at the Treasury and Jerome Powell and those guys to just buy directly into the stock market. If they want to do that, they can support the banks, the energy sector. Anything they want to do, they got all the money they need. And even though they're saying they only print a certain amount, or the bills are only 6.2 trillion or 4.5 trillion or 2.5 trillion, the bottom line is they are able to print as much as they want, and they're not telling us about all the things they're covering. They're covering stuff around the globe, banks, real estate. They're turning, these really, really bad, triple D junk bonds into, they're monetizing those and buying those. And so we're probably going to be closer to 200 trillion than we are to 20 trillion in spending by the time this is all over. But that's okay because our friends here, they benefit from that. Silvertown Rounds Buffalo theme. It is a very nice theme. I like to call these the checkers or the stackables because they have the stackable rim on them. You can stack these and stuff. I like to keep a lot of my stuff in capsules, so I stack them that way. But if you want to also see the action on gold and silver, when you're looking at the markets throughout the day, something I've been checking for years, and it's been a nice barometer for the gold and silver market in the action and emotion, is the euro to dollar chart. So, usually on the currency charts, whether it's Bloomberg or whether it's Yahoo or any of those guys, Barron's, they have the currency charts, and they'll tell you, what Bitcoin's doing. They'll tell you what the dollar's doing, the yen, yuan, ruble, rupee, all those. But the direct relationship in terms of global movement, dollar movement, the euro, which actually has a element of the dollar in it, it's kind of weird with currencies. It will move adverse to the dollar. So the euro's up today, about 60 basis points. That's very good because that means the dollar is going to be down, and anything that's priced in dollars and the dollar is weaker means it's going to have a higher dollar price. Let me back up. So if the dollar is down to 99 basis points today, that means gold and silver should be up because it's going to take more dollars in dollar pricing to value those metals. So you have silver right now, I think probably at about 1740, okay, up about $5 or $6. You have silver right now well over 16, about 1606, up about 50 cents. And so these are the kind of movements we want to see to start out with. But guys, I'm telling you, the day is coming when we're going to engage those circuit breakers. Do you remember a while back when I was talking about how they have these circuit breakers at the CME group where they can stop the metals markets if they get too hot? By too hot, I mean too positive. So, for example, if gold starts going up, I think the way it works, if gold goes up more than $100 in 20 minutes and it's continuing to thunder ahead, they will shut the market, they'll close the market, and they'll create a limit up. It's like a phony limit up to the market to keep gold from soaring. And then after, I think, 20 minutes, they allow it to cool off, and they turn the circuit breakers off, and they let the market resume. And they can do this up to 4 times a day. If on the 4th time, by the end of the 4th time, it's continuing to happen, and the market's not closed yet, then gold is able to run as much as it can until the end of the market close that day. So who knows what we're going to see with gold. I'm calling gold into the tens of thousands by the time we get to where we really understand what kind of inflation we got. Same thing with silver. Silver has a $3 limit up on it. If silver goes up $3 in under an hour, they hit the circuit breakers, and they can do that up to 4 times in a day, meaning that silver is allowed to run up to $12 in one day. Now, why would they have that? That's real, by the way. The CME group has it, Chicago Mercantile Exchange. They have that limiter on there because they're expecting silver to probably move $20 a day at some point. But if they can slow it down during the day within that $12 range and then let it run the last hour as fast as it can, it'll probably not reach that 20. But if we have a $15 day, I'm sure you guys would like that. I know I was talking big numbers and I'm very pie in the sky and Pollyanna, but guys, look, there's no denying the amount of inflation in the system. We look at the debt clock, but we're talking unfunded liabilities. We're talking that currency swap derivatives ticker I showed you that had $678 trillion on it. This is all the credit insurance in the world. All that stuff has to be accounted for. And then there's all kinds of other derivatives on top of those derivatives that we're not even allowed to know about. That's what they call the shadow money, shadow accounts, all that stuff, and that's out there. Don't know if that's all going to be called in the carpet, but I know if even 1% of that toxic monetary crap leaks its way into gold and silver in terms of their ability to absorb inflation, we are going to see numbers that we will really, really want to live with. All right. Now, the world might not be a place we want to live in, but we will have a little bit more purchasing power to try to mitigate whatever hostilities and hazards come with that. So anyway, I think I covered everything here. Again, these are 2-gram bars from Argo Horaeus. Good luck finding them, guys. I got them a while back through the broker when it was easy to get metals. And, of course, the Apollo 11 thing was big back in 2019. The Scottsdale bars, I think, are readily available at Scottsdale Mint. But if you have been paying attention, 2-gram bars now are running about $160, okay? And 5-gram bars around $300, okay? And you guys remember cheaper prices for that. But I'm telling you right now, $20 plus for these generic silver rounds here from Silvertown, and $160, $300, 5 grams is going to look cheap by comparison in the coming days. Okay, well, I'll say the coming weeks and months. All right. So this afternoon I plan to have something pretty nice for you guys. It's going to be pretty benign, but Wednesday is the big day. You guys are really going to love what I got for you on Wednesday. All right. So I'll stop yammering. Like, share, subscribe, or just listen. I appreciate you guys listening in. I appreciate your comments. I like getting back to you and chatting with you. So go out, have a great day. Take care of yourself. Take care of your families. Be good to people. Even if they're not good to you. Ooh, I know it's rough, but that's what we do. We're stackers. We look forward, and we're always the best, and we're strong for others that can't be strong for themselves. Take care.